Romeo, he has vocal coached everybody. He's vocal coaching me right now.
Diddy gave you private sessions with the best people in the business. Major artists are lining up to work with Romeo.
Amazing singer. I learn from him every show. Yeah.
Romeo is like the best, one of the stand-up guys in the business. On the vocals, he's incredible.
Romeo Johnson is the voice coach for the hit show The Voice. Romeo, take my seat if you would. Thanks for being here, my friend. It's fabulous.
Hey everybody, I am here with Romeo, the official vocal coach to the artist.
Hi, my name is Romeo Johnson. I'm the vocal coach to the contestant.
He's been a professional working musician and vocalist for over 3 decades. He's toured, performed, recorded, and coached some of the biggest artists in the world. Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, Stevie Wonder, El DeBarge, Avril Lavigne, Vesta Williams, Rashawn Patterson, Queen Latifah, Sean P. Diddy Combs, James Ingram, Kanye West, Priyanka Chopra, and the newcomer, Quincy Brown, aka IQ. Romeo has been the casting vocal consultant and head coach for the Emmy Award-winning NBC The Voice, vocal director for Sean P. Diddy Combs, Making His Band, and MTV's Star Maker. Vocalist for American Idol, conducted LA vocal auditions for Lady Gaga's touring band, and contracted vocalist for Christina Aguilera and Neo's touring band as well. For many of you who auditioned for The Voice, he was the guy who auditioned you. If you auditioned for Lady Gaga and for Making His Band, Romeo was the guy who auditioned you.
Artists are lining up to work with Romeo.
Romeo, he has vocal coached everybody. He's vocal coaching me.
Hello, it's Romeo Johnson, International Celebrity Voice Coach. I'm so glad to be here with you guys today. I want to say hello to everyone, to all the different nations, all the countries. So glad I could be here. We're going to talk about the vocal basics, the foundation of it all. Before we even think about getting into singing and making it a career choice or getting into a very serious state of singing, we have to understand the very foundation of what makes it work, how to manage different issues and how to manage different approaches technically to singing. In order to be a great singer, you have to understand these very basic principles to sound good and to also maintain a healthy voice. This gives you longevity. So 20, 30 years from now, you'll still be singing and it'll still sound good and you'll still feel great and strong. Okay, so I want to let you know that I'm going to approach these things in a very, very practical way to try to make everyone understand this and that it makes sense to everyone. I do understand that there's many countries that's listening to this. I will try my best to speak as slowly as possible and as clearly as possible because I understand that some of you will be having translators to translate what I'm saying. Okay, so if you're watching this video, obviously I'm assuming that you are interested in being a singer, or you are already a singer, aspiring to be a singer. If that's the case, then I'm going to also assume that you have a certain level of love for music. You have discovered at this point that you have some special quality in your vocal ability that even gives you the idea that this is something you can do. So this means that either you like the way you sound, maybe some friends or relatives have told you that you sound really good, and you want to take this to the next level, whatever the next level may be. So you could very well just want to sing better for self-gratification. You just want to enjoy your own voice. You want to be able to sing to your children or to your siblings. Or maybe you want to contribute to your school choir or a church choir. Or maybe you may want to be a studio recording artist. So you may want to go in and just sing in the studio or do commercials or jingles. You could possibly want to tour the world with major artists like I have. Or ultimately, you may want to be the major artist. Regardless of how far you want to go, there's a beginning, there's a start, and the foundation is the most important. If you get a good start, a good understanding at the beginning, it's going to give you longevity. So we want to be able to do this in the best way, the most healthy way, and a way that will have you singing until your old age, okay? So let's talk about a few things that I like to address. Number one of the most important things is breathing management, okay? Breathing management. Well, let me explain. The way that sound is produced from us is that air travels through the vocal cords, causing vibration. The vibration is what produces the sound. The amount of air that we use, the amount of force that we use to produce the air through, and how long we sustain or how long we continue that air all determines the sound, the volume, and the power of our sound that we produce from our voice through our vocal cords. So the air that we take in is very, very important. It's the fuel. It is the absolute fuel of everything that we do. We need the air in order to sustain, to project, okay? So understanding how to manage the breathing is crucial. We want to take this air in, inhale it, completely control how this air is flowing through the vocal cords. So the first thing we want to do is take a big breath in and control how we're letting it out. A lot of singers that are self-taught, we take a lot of air in before we start to sing a phrase, but we let it all out really fast. And we don't want to do that, okay? So here's an exercise I want you to do with me. Take a deep breath in, as big as you can, and I want you to blow it out as hard as you can, as long as you can, like this. You see that? Do that again. Deep breath. Okay. So I did that because I want you to understand if we blow the air all out, there's a limited amount of time that that air will last. If we take a big inhale the same way, but we let the air out just a little bit at a time, by managing and conserving that air, it lasts a lot longer. So now try the same inhale, but exhale it this way. Watch. So you see, by taking your air in, managing how it comes out little at a time, you have more sustaining power. You can last longer. So if I sing a note, ah, and I'm letting that air out like that, it's going to last much shorter than if I take this air in and go, That's the concept. That's the principle. I want to take the air in and let a little out at a time as we're singing. Not take it in and blow it out, okay? Now, let me show you how to do that. I don't want to tell you to do something without explaining to you how to do it, okay? So here's what I need you to do. When you inhale, I want you to lock the air inside. Okay, just do that for me. Let's go, all together. Let it out. Okay? Now, this time I want you to take it in and lock it like that. We're gonna just let a little out at a time. Watch, like this. Do you see how relaxed that feels? It's just very relaxed. You're in complete control, all right? You're not just blowing your air out. You're in control of your breathing. This is how you manage your breathing. So if you're singing a melody, you don't necessarily have to stop like, but pretend there's an actual cutoff, a valve. You trap the air inside. When you sing, you're doing this. Okay, that was one inhale managed. So if I was to do that as if I was singing, it would go like this. The incorrect way, the bad way would be this. Too much air. We want to conserve that air. The goal is to release the bulk of the inhale on the last note of the phrase. That's when you let it go. All the earlier notes, you want to trap that air in. Baritones. Sopranos. Control the breathing. Let's take a song. A lot of you ladies like to sing. What's a popular song? So, share my life. Take me for what I am. 'Cause I'll never change all my colors for you. Breathing control. You hear? So, incorrect way. Wrong way. Share my life. Share my life. Refuel. Share my life. Take me for what I am. 'Cause I'll never change all my colors for you. See? So conserve, release on the last note. All right? That's the concept of managing breathing. Okay? Take the air in, trap it, control it, release it little by little until the end and let it go. Refuel for the next line. Okay? You got me? All right. You try it. 2, 3, sing with me. Share my life. Take me for what I am. Breathe. 'Cause I'll never change all my colors for you. Very good. Good for you. That is breathing management. Cool. We're back. Okay, so we took care of breathing management. The second thing we want to address is called placement. Placement. Placement addresses where your sound resonates within your body, where the sound resonates. Okay? There are two places that your body allows sound to resonate. One is your chest cavity. This is where the lower registers resonate typically. Okay? The lower notes here. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. It's here. All right? Now, the head voice. The head resonance is where the upper notes tend to resonate. Okay? Now, there are two approaches to your head resonance. Okay? The most popular one is the one that people call falsetto. All right? So I like to teach it like this. In the head voice, there are two approaches. There are two ways to attack a head voice. The soft, pretty, airy voice is called falsetto. Okay? Those are the really sweet, soft tones, like Smokey Robinson used to sing, or ooh, baby, baby, ooh, baby, baby, or Robin Thicke. Lost without you, can't help myself. How does it feel to know that I love you, baby? It's falsetto, okay? That resonates here. Hey, 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 oh. Falsetto, all right? Now, there's another approach that can resonate in the head voice, but it's not soft and it's not airy, okay? I refer to this as the head voice, but not falsetto, okay? Now, a lot of times when you hear people really project, but it's a higher register, and they're really belting, especially guys, when you hear guys really belt in their upper register, a lot of times we may think it sounds like they're singing full voice from their chest, but sometimes they're singing in their head resonance with power, with projection, okay? So remember, there's two approaches in the head resonance: falsetto, soft, falsetto. Head voice without falsetto approach. Head voice with power sounds like this. So it's projected, but it's not resonating here. It's resonating here. Hey! Okay? So some coaches refer to that approach as mixed voice. I don't like to use that term because I don't want to confuse you. I don't want you to think, well, this is my natural, this is my chest voice, this is my head voice, so mixed voice must be somewhere in here. Because we never want to let strain and tension sit here on your throat. We want this relaxed at all times. Okay? So we have the understanding of breathing management, and we have now the understanding of placement, where a sound resonates, okay? Now, the next thing that I like to work on, which is very important, is how to transition from your chest resonance into your head resonance and vice versa, and make it seamless and not detectable. These are things that I like to work on as well. But today I just want you to understand the difference between the two. In my private class, when I teach, I will show you how to do that, how to feel the difference, and also how to connect the two seamlessly, going up and coming back down. All right. So number one, we have breathing management. Number two, we have placement, understanding where the sound resonates. The third thing is understanding the importance of your vowels. Okay. Now, the vowels can be tricky when you're singing, because at times we may sing a word and approach it with a certain vowel that we wouldn't necessarily use if we were speaking it. Okay? Sometimes the way we speak a word is different than the way we would sing it, especially if we're sustaining a note. For instance, Bruno Mars has a song that says, "When I see your face, there's not a thing that I would change, because you're amazing just the way you are. And when you smile, smile. If we say the word smile, we say smile. I, smile. If I were to sing it that way, it would sound like this. And when you smile, smile. The vowel that I would point to that would be ah. When you smile, and I close it at the end. Smile at the very end. Okay? So that is the third thing that I like to focus on. That can be so tricky and it changes from song to song, but this is something very worthy of paying attention to. So when you're learning songs, the things that I want you to focus on, the fundamental things, the foundation, I want you to start focusing on managing your breathing. So as you learn songs now, don't just listen to the lyrics and listen to the melody. Learn where the breaths are taken. If you listen to a lot of records, you can actually hear the artist when they take their breath. You can hear them sing, breathe, sing, breathe, sing. Listen for that, because I want you to learn that the breaths have a specific placement as well. The breaths have a specific beat that they fall on as well, just like the notes do, just like the phrasing in the melody. The breaths have a place that they fall. I want you to start to listen to those places. I want you to take that breath in, trap it, and release the very minimal amount until you get to the end of the phrase. Let that go. Refuel again and do the same thing. Every single phrase that you sing has its own air. Every one. Phrase. Phrase. Okay? So, one thing that's done often is that we'll get so caught up and so excited. Sometimes we'll take a breath and we'll sing a phrase and we'll miss that opportunity to take our breath. Sometimes I call it refuel. And we will sing into the second phrase and we run out of breath in the middle of the second phrase. So be conscious of that. Number 2, again, we want to be very conscious. This is your homework. Okay? I want to be very conscious to pay attention to where every single note in a song that you sing, pay attention to where it sits. Pay attention to if it's comfortable here, if it's a lower note and it's down here. Or if it's a higher note and it's up here in the head voice. Or if it's a falsetto note and it sits right here. Okay? Which place does it sit? Start to pay attention to your vowels. When you learn songs, try to match the vowels. And you may have your own way that you like to, you may want to take songs and make it your very own. And that's fine. But the best way to learn to discipline yourself is to learn a song the way that it was performed first. Learn it the way that it was recorded first. Then turn it into your own thing. Okay? This makes you a better singer. It makes you more agile. So when you start to become a professional singer and you start to get called for work or called for a studio session or called to go on tour, when you're assigned a certain part, it won't be hard for you to grasp it because you're training your brain to sing as the record and then make it your own. Okay? Does that make sense? So these are the 3 most important principles and techniques of the foundation of singing. If you understand breathing management, if you understand proper placement, and if you understand how to manage and manipulate your vowels, it will eliminate 80%, 85% of whatever vocal problems you have. Most of the vocal issues we have, whether it's pitchiness, whether it is wrong phrasing, all of those things will be corrected when you understand how to breathe, when to breathe, how to manage it, where to let that sound resonate, and how to manage your vowels. Those 3 things will correct most of your vocal issues, okay? The first thing I want you to do when you finish watching this is go and find some songs that you're already comfortable with. some songs that you know well, and sing them applying your new knowledge. Take the new knowledge and apply it to songs that you're already familiar with so you can see if you feel the difference and hear the difference. And then start to try it on new songs, and you're going to grow as a singer. Take these principles that I'm giving you, practice them every day, and I promise you, your vocals will improve. And then you guys will go from being singers to singers. Yes, extraordinary singers. That's what we want to work on. I'm Romeo Johnson, International Celebrity Voice Coach. I'm so glad that I can be here to help you guys. I'm sending love out, peace, love. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other. And I have one more thing that I want to say to you. I have something actually I want to show you, okay? Check this out. I have a book called Following the Voice, Sounds Produced from Heaven by Romeo Johnson. A lot of you guys already have this book, and I appreciate you so much for your support. I appreciate you for your online comments and your testimonials, the things that you got from the book and the ways you were blessed from it. I appreciate you so much. If you don't have the book, please go get your copy at romeojohnson.com. You can get it on amazon.com, but if you want me to autograph it, then you have to go to romeojohnson.com and you can get your autographed copy of Following the Voice, Sound Produced from Heaven. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that I could be here for you. God bless you. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Goodbye.